Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Games Industry Executive Summary. This is Casey, and with me, of course, is back Manu, the analyst, Manu Rosier. Welcome back, Manu.
Hello.
Hey, and you're fully dressed for the occasion. It's the holiday season.
I'm ready for the break. Please let me have a break.
You're already on a break. It feels like that's what it feels like.
No, I won't until tonight. But
Okay.
yeah, this is not a break. This is just business. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, nice to see you again, and of course, for the second time, the Terminator, André Parson.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you, man?
I'm all good. All good.
Congratulations on your show. I mean, you're having a lot of success. Can you remind the audience? It's DGAI?
Yes, DGI or DJI or DJI. It doesn't matter how you say it. Data Academy. Yes, it's a podcast by the industry for the industry. Deeper talks with people who've lived through the chaos that is game development.
Yes.
So we've just started with this, with everything from the founder of Avalanche to the guy who launched PlayStation in he started off in the UK, but then went on to do more crazy stuff in Europe when games became cool, and lots of other fun stuff. So it's been fun to talk to these people. It also gives us opportunity when we talk together as well to understand when we think about where the industry is, what we need to do to kind of heal it and course correct on certain things and whatnot. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's really awesome. Gentlemen, this is the last episode of the year, and we want to do something special. So before we jump into, like, there are two things we're gonna do today. I'm gonna run you through a trivia in the beginning to test your knowledge. The games that I've picked to do the trivia about are games from my library. Do you want me to start with an easy one? So you're both gonna compete against each other. The first person to guess the game wins. I'm just gonna read the back, like the back of the box, kinda. And you have like a lifeline if you want to. Like, you can ask me questions about which year it was released, or like, if it's, most of them are single player, just to make it simple. And then you can also ask me about the platform, year and platform. Those are the questions you can ask me if you want to. Are you guys ready? Should I start with something simple or hard?
Manu's gonna win.
You think Manu's gonna win? At least there's one game at least that you will guess.
Manu is also muted, by the way.
You're muted, Manu? Why are you muted? Yes, you are.
because I tried to load my Steam review for the year and it's breaking everything for some reason.
Okay.
Wait a minute. It's just.
Let me.
He's preparing so that he can tap into like, okay.
No.
What's this game?
We will be talking about the year and exits.
Okay, we'll get to it. So I'll start with an easy one then. Okay, are you ready? Okay, let's go. Lead the members of X on their quest to destroy the paintress so that she can never paint death again.
Expedition 33.
Okay, game of the year. You're too slow, André.
Man.
I mean, the paintress. The paintress was.
Of course, it's the easy one. That's why I picked that one. Okay, let's move on to something else. I'm André. I know you're gonna guess a couple of these. I mean, at least. I'm sure. See. I think some of them you actually worked on. So we'll see. So this one says, blood, honor, respect, live the X life. Having been paroled after 10 years for a crime you didn't commit, you return to the city to find that your childhood friend is missing, your closest ally has become your greatest enemy, and the entire underworld is hunting you down in the search for 10 billion currency, which has mysteriously disappeared. So I kept saying the name. I figured, like, with what happened with Expedition, I don't know. Can I say the names of the cities?
You'll probably need to.
Okay.
The Elder Scroll.
Yeah, maybe I have that one, by the way, so it's in the mix. Well, we'll get to it. Okay, how about this? So so I'll read it again. Having been paroled after 10 years for a crime you didn't commit, you return to Tokyo to find that your childhood friend is missing, your closest ally has become your greatest enemy, and the
Need
entire
for Speed,
Japanese
Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift. No, there is no.
Tokyo Drift. No, that's a movie.
Yes, I know. I know.
Is this
Come
a new
on.
Atlas game that was released earlier?
Well, yeah, you can guess the year, or sorry, you have a lifeline. So you have the year, you have the platform. If you want to ask me about that as well.
Yeah, I think it was it called Metronome
Oh.
or something like that?
Mafia.
Mafia, bro. Tokyo Underworld. He
Yes.
returns to Tokyo.
This must be one of the Yakuza games or something.
Maybe.
Perhaps. So do you wanna guess which one? Maybe
Like a Dragon.
Like a Dragon. No.
No, that's a previous one. I forgot the name of the new one.
I'm not Googling.
You're not
To
Googling?
keep it fair.
Yeah, don't Google.
To keep it fair. I'm not asking ChatGPT. You know, I would just record what you say, and then I will get the answer instantly.
You see, Manu, Casey was so excited about this, and look how we're wearing him
Look
down.
where we are. Look where we are.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to write. I'm gonna write down the scoring here. So Manu, you have
Jesus.
1.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the final score.
1-0. Is that the final score?
Probably. If it keeps getting more complicated.
Okay. It's on PlayStation 2.
Oh,
PlayStation 2. Oh, so
Oh.
I thought we were just talking about brand new games coming out.
No. This is. I
But
told you
it-
it's my library of games.
Oh, well then it's
Yeah.
definitely Yakuza.
Okay, it is Yakuza,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
and it's a sealed version of Yakuza. So there you go.
Wow.
I've never played it.
Never played it. Okay, I'll put André on 1. I'm gonna pull.
Yes.
Let me see here. Okay, this one you should know. Rival nations are secretly developing weapons that could threaten the future of mankind. Deep in the jungle, an elite soldier must combine stealth and with survival.
Crisis.
No. To infiltrate the enemy and stop a weapon of mass destruction from triggering the largest full-scale war the world has ever seen.
Is that Far Cry?
Go behind enemy lines in this riveting story of peace, love, and war from award-winning X.
Jungle.
There's a jungle. There are
So-
rival nations.
If it's not Far Cry, it's not Crisis. It might be some. It's not Call of Duty neither.
No, and it's not Metal Gear Solid 3
Why not?
because I don't remember that text, but maybe it is. I haven't read that text for over 20 years, so actually it could be. Could you read it again quickly? Just the
Rival
last
nations-
outline.
Okay, yeah. So rival nations are secretly developing weapons that could threaten the future of mankind.
Oh
Deep in
yeah,
the
I would
jungle.
guess Metal Gear Solid 3 then.
It is
Snake
Metal Gear
Eater.
Solid 3. There you go.
Yeah.
And funny
Yes.
enough, this game did re-release this year, so there you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
I played it.
I'll put André for 2. How about this? I'm gonna give a game here that I believe Manu will be able to guess. We'll see. Okay, experience an epic journey across the dying West. When federal agents threaten his family, former outlaw X is forced to pick up his guns and hunt down the gang of criminals he once called friends.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yay!
Yeah.
It is Red Red Redemption.
That's
There
a
you
quick
go.
one.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
that
I thought Manu would be able to crack that one.
I was paranoid that it would be that easy, but yes, Western.
Okay.
You know, if you think about Western, you can
Oh,
probably not
listen to
name
him now. Oh, that easy.
something.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe there is a trap.
Okay, how about this? This is an old classic. Well, I'm sure after the first word. We'll see who gets it first. The Shinra Corporation is draining
Final
out...
Fantasy 7.
It is Final Fantasy
Do you
7.
read the text at the back of the games? I'm surprised.
Of course. I mean, come on.
That was great.
I mean, if,
Okay, so Manu, this is for you then.
Yeah.
I should have maybe made it more targeted towards the people instead of having an open. But we'll see. We'll see. So André, you have 3 now, right? Okay. Epic. So by the way, this is a the only reason I'm reading it the way I am because it's a special edition that I have in my hand, and I think this is a remake. But I'll let you guys figure it out. So, Epic Fantasy Reborn, dragons long lost to the passage of the Elder Scroll.
Oblivion?
That one I botched.
Skyrim.
That one I botched. It's not Oblivion.
Skyrim.
It is Skyrim. It is
always Skyrim. When are we ever going to move forward from Skyrim talk and Skyrim re-releases and whatever?
The forever, I mean the game that keeps on giving, right?
Yeah, and they never fixed the bugs either. Yeah.
This one, let's see if you can guess this one. So you're finally awake. It has been quite a long time. The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon.
Manu was first.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker?
Yeah, Waker.
No, not Wind Waker.
Well, it's obviously one of the Zelda games. Is it the Switch one?
You have to be more specific, brother.
Oh, which I forgot the name of right now. Oh, Jesus.
Something with time, something with wind.
Yeah, I've been spending so much time with the older ones, so...
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, yeah.
Breath of the Wild, that is correct. It is Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Manu's point.
Manu's point, we'll give him one here. So we have 4-3, and we have 3 to go, okay? Here's another gold one. You're dead scared. Face your fear. A series of gory attacks in the area surrounding a remote biotech lab brings in stars.
Resident Evil.
Yay, Resident Evil.
The first one. Wow.
Yes, it is the first one.
Yeah.
You didn't say Resident Evil what, so I kind of helped you out there, maybe.
I mean, it's what you said, the stars theme, that's over, you know? By your avatar thing.
Stars.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 2 to go. André, you can still make a comeback, baby.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's see. 400-year-old clue in the coffin of Sir Francis Drake sets a modern day...
Uncharted.
Yes.
Hey, it is Uncharted.
I had Tomb Raider in the head, and then yes.
Yeah.
Drake's Fortune.
Okay.
Drake's Fortune. Yes.
So we have 1 game left to go. So either we're gonna end this with a tie, or Manu runs with it. So the most infamous warrior in ancient Greece teeters on
God of War.
Good.
It is God of War. Yay!
Yeah. Nice.
Yes!
And it's the first one, so...
You didn't win, huh? Hey.
We need a winner?
A tie, huh? Don't celebrate a tie.
I was just happy I got a win.
Yeah.
I mean, we are 5-5. Do you want me to pull one out from the background? Do it, okay.
We might as well. We have to save our butts.
The thing is, I noticed the problem is if you live in the Nordics, there's always a son of a bitch who wants to do all Nordic country languages, which just destroys the the background or the But let me go back and look. Give me a second. I'm trying to also find a game that is more iconic to put on. Like, we don't want to put like a
Monopoly.
We have a Monopoly game right here.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Just joking around.
Okay, how about this? This is a game I worked on.
Helldivers.
God damn it! It is Helldivers.
Okay, Manu wins.
Yeah, all right.
That was perfect. That was perfect. We'll end it there. That was awesome. Well, thank you, gentlemen. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah, and I was surprised. Like some of these games, you guys just like immediately guessed them. So that was really cool.
Well, I mean, it was different when the mindset was that it could be from any year rather than this year.
Yeah.
At least that I think we both me and Manu were like, what happened this year?
I thought it was clear when I was saying like it's from my library.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe you bought a lot of games this year. You know, we don't know.
Absolutely. So, gentlemen, let's move over to talking about this year, 2025. We've seen some. We saw the Switch released, and we saw a lot of games. So I'm gonna I'm trying to pull some footage at the same time, but in January we saw. And these are the games that I could figure out. I'm sure you guys will figure out other games that I didn't put on the list. I've tried to kind of limit it to like 4 games roughly-ish. But in January, the notable releases that I've seen is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, Dynasty Warriors Origins, Sniper Elite Resistance, and Co-Ridden.
And which one? Last one?
Co-Ridden.
I played Sniper Elite Resistance. I finished it. I liked it.
I played all. It's on my list still. I have it. I played the previous ones. I heard the Resistance game was an upgrade, more or less, rather than a full new game.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a regular player. I just it was on Game Pass. Yeah, it was cool. It's a bit like I would say it's the kind of gameplay I like within a single player story driven type of game. It's a bit sandboxy, it's a bit like Hitman also somehow. Yeah, no, I it was cool. It was good.
Was Donkey Kong also like a remake? If it says Returns
No.
HD
More remaster, I guess.
of the original Donkey Kong on Super Nintendo? Is that the one?
I don't know. Of Donkey Kong Country, maybe. No?
Yeah. I need to actually pull that up and see if that's the one.
Yeah, super cool.
You know,
And I mean,
Manu,
you have different way to finish the mission. You have different paths. You know, it's not a corridor type of game, and it's very rewarding also. This one.
No, I like Rebellion and these games because they clearly have an audience that they cater to. And I mean, back when I played the first sniper game, that was back on the PlayStation 2, I think. And they're fun. You could even co-op on a same screen and stuff at that time. The Donkey Kong game, I know plenty of friends who are big on Nintendo as well, that have all bought these games for this year, including this one. And so I've understood it as being a good success story.
It does feel like it's I mean, looking at it, it feels like it's kind of like it's maybe all 3 games in one. Is that what I'm seeing? Like all the 3 original country games.
Could be an anthology. Yeah.
Any other notable things in general? I mean, Co-Ridden, and then we have Dynasty Warriors Origins. I think we covered Dynasty Warriors last year.
Yeah, same there. I mean, the Dynasty Wars games have been going on for a very long time. Tecmo Koei Tecmo. They've kept going with just like a new Call of Duty. There is always a new Dynasty Warriors showing up on the horizon, and the people who play them, they really play them. So it's an ongoing franchise that has been going on for quite a long time now, with plenty of titles. I worked on some of those, helping to get them out there in the Nordics and whatnot back in the day. And they've tried some different things throughout the years as well, with different licenses and whatnot. But the formula is more or less always the same. Button bashing and go around and killing waves of various people.
I believe they also use that type of structure of a game for other games, right? Or other IPs. Was Zelda or some other IP that did something similar?
Yeah, I think they're called the Team Omega or Omega Force or something like that. Yeah, they've been able to do other IPs. I think Zelda was one of them as well. I think it was called Hyrule Warriors or something. So yeah, they're a big thing, especially with their audience.
Cool, gentlemen. Let's move over to February. What we're looking at right now is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the other contender for Game of the Year and RPG of the Year. Of course, we all know Expedition 33, picked up the majority, but for the early months of the year, this game was the talk of the town.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool game. So much to do, so many hours to spend, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I have it. I've started it, then I was distracted, but I know I will come back to this at some point. Yeah, I think it didn't win Game of the Year award from the specific show, but it won in from other outlet, certainly on PC.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe from
cool.
PC Gamer. Is that what you're referencing, or?
Yeah, probably or something similar, but more like PC oriented outlet.
Oh, I mean, what's interesting as well is in the beginning of the year we got like a bunch of RP. We have Avowed, which looks amazing as well. Very unique game. I can bring up some footage later. And then of course, just like followed up in May, we got Elden Ring, Night Rain. Maybe not an RPG in that sense, but it's interesting that so much happened in the beginning of the year. Um, Monster Hunter Wilds was also in February.
That's for you.
That was my game. But what's crazy there is that I stopped playing because my save got corrupted and I had to start from the beginning,
Yes.
and that just killed everything for me.
Yeah, I've played a previous again one of those series that have been going on for a very long time. I even remember when I was standing in line in Tokyo to buy a version for PSP, I think it was, where you could get a very cool bag as well that was a replica of the bag in the game and whatnot. So it's been a tremendously successful series.
Absolutely.
That has also, which has a lot of Japanese elements to it that has transferred or translated well into a Western audience.
Manu, it looks like they went really hard on the food stuff here.
Cool. Yeah, no. But it's a kind of game, a lot of hype, and I think it suffered from big issues on PC that might not have been completely solved right now. So that never helps. And I don't know. It feels like it disappeared quite quickly, even if it's kind of a very strong IP. So there was some issue. I understand that I hear you about the save game, but maybe the end game also was not what player were expecting. And yeah, it's been challenging, and also they've constantly been reporting about underwhelming numbers for the title in their quarterly earnings. So that's also tells a story.
It was actually surprising to see how I mean, again, on PC there were a lot of issues, so that's why probably we saw the drop off. But I think to your point, there was something there with the meta maybe that didn't allow people to have that longer relationship with the game. But I'm sure it's going to be available for a long time, and people will probably jump in and play more. Moving on to March, the games that we saw in March, Split Fiction. I know you played that one a lot, right?
I've played some. I mean, my kids have played it mostly, so I've watched it. I think in a normal year, it would probably have become a game of the year. If there was
Expedition,
what was the previous game
Kingdom Come, or
from
Monster
them
Hunter?
from this
It
studio?
Takes Two.
Yeah, if it was not, it was before It Takes Two. If it was now it's kind of an improved version of It Takes Two. It's not. It doesn't have the freshness and the novelty of a co-op game like It Takes Two. But I think it is a very strong game. It's just that it has been a very good game when it comes to quality of what has been released. If we think about it,
You can clearly see the polish and the quality of the game is very
yeah,
high. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of how Hazelight makes games. I think it's very cool that just like many of these other games we've just witnessed now, that they have a niche audience. Because I mean their thing is obviously collaborative games, play with a friend and all this kind of stuff. I also have understood it based on the reception that people enjoy this quite a lot as well. It Takes Two still has far bigger numbers. Same with A Way Out that they previously did as well, etc. So it's going to be interesting to see what they are cooking on next. But I think in terms of execution, the games are just looking. I mean, this looks extremely AAA. I would say even.
Absolutely, it's on that level. Do we know what the price range was on the game? Like this one versus Takes Two? Was it the same price range?
I'm unsure.
It was $10 more.
It was 10. So the Split Fiction is $10 more.
Yeah.
So that might explain some of the takeaways here in relationship to.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Cool. I mean, in March we also saw Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall, and the first Berserker Kazan.
Out of those three, I chose Atomfall. I played through it completely.
Really? Tell us about that.
It's interesting because I've heard many people feedbacking on it in a negative form, but I'm not sure that they've actually played through the game. So I did that, and I think it's cool because, as I understand it, Rebellion worked on it for 7 years, and it was only in the last 2 years that they actually got a grip on it and was able to truly finish it with the right people to make that work. I found it refreshing because I like the kind of Fallout type of setup. I thought it was very interesting that Rebellion was doing this because obviously based on the Sniper Elite games, it's a completely different beast. But it's set in the UK with a UK actors mentality, etc. It has a European feel to it that way. I thought it was very well optimized. It ran. I was playing that on my Rogue Ally X with very, very nice settings, and it wasn't. I think it was like 40 hours or so, but it has a tremendous amount of replayability because there are true paths, just like in Fallout and whatnot, that will greatly affect the storyline, where you go, what you do, and the actual endings as well.
I feel like I'm confusing this game with another game.
Stalker.
No, not Stalker. It's also like it's a post-apocalyptical thing, but that one has robots. I'll get to it. It's available on the Xbox Game Pass. And but this is a first-person shooter. Is it like an RPG or
An RPG? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
First-person RPG, I would say.
Yeah.
You can get weapons, ammunition and all that kind of stuff. At least in the beginning, everything is very hard to come by. You have to be careful. You can play very stealthy, or like this.
What's going on here? I mean, this.
Well, I don't know, man.
Okay, that was.
That's not how I played it.
Yeah, no, I mean, but the thing is that the character didn't do anything. That was weird.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I played it too, so but I stopped at some point. I didn't like the English setting. I don't usually like games in England in general. I don't know why. So that was in the opposite, not really appealing to me. And then it felt like some of the enemies were a bit like the crazy people in what's that game in the Under the Ocean?
BioShock.
Yeah.
That reminded me of BioShock. That person.
Yeah. Well, I don't like this kind of enemies or like factions, but they were interesting stuff. Other than that, it was it felt like a bit of a different take as a Stalker, I would say. There is another game I preferred this year about the like post-apocalyptic setting. It's Hell Is Us. I really like that one, but it's later in the year. And what were the other games?
Let me see. In March, Split Fiction, we spoke about that one. Atomfall, that's what we're looking at right now. The first Berserker Kazan.
Yeah, I didn't play that one, but I read the comics, the manga. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it was quite good also. Yeah.
I think it was really good as well. That's my takeaway from, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what kind of game it was. If it was like a Souls-like type of game, but
yeah.
Trying to pull up some footage here. Yeah, it does give us some Souls-like-ish, or maybe Sekiro-ish. There's a lot of parrying. I haven't played this one either, but it's on the list. It looks really good. Let's move over to April, where there's a bit more action as well happening. So in April, you had South of Midnight, Blueprints, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster, Clair Obscur, and Fatal Fury. Those are the games that were notable to me. Fatal Fury, I know, kind of like I did a very weird campaign with Ronaldo, and I think they have Ronaldo in the game as well, and that was just so out of place. But in any case, that unfortunately that game didn't move any numbers and didn't do much. However, a game that did do much is Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Did you play it, André?
I started playing it because I think it was on the Game Pass as well, and I was testing it out. But I had there was a bunch of other stuff happening at the same time, so I was like, I'll put it on the backlog. And then other games showed up later that we're probably going to talk about on this list.
Yeah, absolutely.
So funny enough, even though I'm a huge, I think it's wonderful that they always give cred to Hironobu Sakaguchi and the old Final Fantasy team. But I guess where I was with these types of games, at least for me, I really want to be in the right mindset, even in the personal life, and not be stressed out and stuff. And I think that this is that kind of a game. And I've understood that based on how it's been winning awards and how people are emotionally attaching themselves to it.
Absolutely.
That you can't just, this is one of your backlog games that you pull out and like, you really need to be like in the right mindset and enjoy this work of art, because that's how I believe the Sakaguchi-based games are.
Yeah, you don't want to pause that game, because if you come back after a few months, you're like, how do I min-max my attacks and things like that. It's kind of a game you need to go in one run in a few weeks for sure.
Yeah, this is going to be my Christmas game for sure.
I think that would be a good choice, André.
The other one from that month for me is Blueprints.
Blueprints, yeah. Did you finish Blueprints?
Yeah, I mean, it's a roguelite, so you can finish a first playthrough, but then you can replay until you really go to the end of it. Yeah, super good game. Yeah, absolutely.
I did play almost, I think, like 3-4 hours. It was fun. It was really cool. I didn't go back to it. I think I reached a point where I was able to finally discover the outside and gather some clues from the outside of outside the mansion, so to say, in the yard. But I never got to the point where, I did really want to crack the puzzle, and I was also in this security room where there was a cutscene happening. But apart from that, I didn't have the time to go back to it. Do you feel like this is a game I need to invest time into going back and finishing for real?
Yeah.
For me, go ahead.
It's short playthrough. You can play that. You don't need to invest a lot of time. You can just play one game and then see what happens next. But it's also good that you keep playing, because you unlock new stuff that you want to use. Otherwise, you forget what was your mission. Maybe or this playthrough, I want to unlock the pool, or I want to unlock that specific location. So, but it's a very cozy game for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, I watched too much when influencers were playing this. So
really,
I guess that was a problem. I don't know why, but it just there was some entertaining people playing this game. So I ended up being one of those where it's like, I watched enough, so I don't need to play it.
Yeah, you've had enough. Gentlemen, let's move over to May, which is a bit of a thinner month, because in May we only got Doom: The Dark Ages. Well, we got a bunch of other games, but these are the notable ones. Doom: The Dark Ages, Elden Ring Night Rain, and Monster Train 2. And out of those, obviously, for me and my group of people that we were playing with, Elden Ring was the thing. And it was the thing for 6 hours, and then we moved on. Because it wasn't Elden Ring the way that we had remembered. And I was just coming back off Elden Ring, playing, finishing it and doing all the things. But it didn't hit that mark that we wanted to. It was an awesome game, and it's fun. But it's absolutely a different flavor and a different audience, I think, that would play that game. Did you guys have any experience with this one?
No. This is exactly why I didn't even bother buying it.
I think that was a wise thing to do.
And I played Doom: The Dark Ages. Again, these are the kind of games I would probably not buy, but because they're on Game Pass, I played, I finished, and then I tried, I think, Doom Eternal also, that I had never finished before, but for some reason I had in my Steam library. And you remember the kind of reboot of Doom a few years ago, which was extremely successful, but this one doesn't feel that of a big thing anymore. The game is good. There is, I mean, it's innovation within the franchise because it's almost like middle-aged type of weapons and setting. So it feels quite different from the usual space exploration or purely hell kind of stuff. But forgotten very quickly. There's nowhere it was in any type of ranking at the end of the year or anything. So I don't know if part of it is just the Game Pass impact, including PC Game Pass, or it's just that it was not innovative enough to really make a difference. Because I think the reviews were good. So yeah,
I have
I
a friend of
enjoyed
mine.
it.
Sorry, I have a friend of mine who's like a Doom fanatic,
Mhm.
and kind of like he only plays Doom more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has this entire like he was super hyped like because he was telling me like all about the story and the backstory, and it feels like what they've done is that they've added a lot of lore and
Yeah.
a reasoning for why he's going to this place versus that
Yeah.
place, etc.
Or
Yeah.
backstory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vision of stuff. Yeah.
Which is pretty fun in its own way.
And I mean, the innovation here is the shield. And the shield is really cool. They really increase the number of combination you can do. So yeah, that's why it felt very rewarding to play it. But yeah, it's still a type of arena shooter. Huh? You drop to a new zone and then you have all the enemies spawning and then you kill all of them and then you unlock the next zone. Gameplay is still very similar, even if there were some different type of gameplay at some point too. That's true. It's more exploration.
Gentlemen, let's move over to June. We're halfway. So the big thing that happened in June was Nintendo Switch 2 launched.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe, I mean, we're supposed to talk about games really, but I would love to hear your high level thoughts about experience with the Switch 2, kind of like takeaways from that launch, takeaways from the games launched, just generally speaking on the platform.
I think it's nice to see Nintendo games in 4K. I like the resolution being upgraded on familiar things that you've seen for a lot of years. And Nintendo has not been strong on graphics for a very long time, and they don't have to be. I mean, again, they've found what is important for them. But obviously, it is a pretty good upgrade with everything from the hardware quality to graphics and whatnot. But I think it's still it's going to be interesting to see how third party titles are going to be working on Switch and with Switch 2 as a platform, because the Nintendo curse is always that everybody who loves Nintendo games, and those are always the best. But in between releases, it's always a challenge. Even though Switch as a ecosystem and platform has helped alleviate that quite a bit, so you're not getting bored when you don't have Nintendo titles. So yeah, I mean, in general, I think it was the usual trying to find a machine here in Sweden. It was tremendously more expensive than in other places in the world.
That was like $800 maybe with a game.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not buying a console for one game, which is Mario Kart World in this case, for $800. That's crazy.
So I think this Christmas will be an interesting one to understand if people were putting this on their wish list and whatnot.
Did you see that other console, the motion console? It's an American console.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. We spoke about it a couple. Sorry, come again, Manu? Did you know the name of it?
No, I see what you mean. Some sort of glorified Kinect or
Kinect slash kind of like Nintendo. It does have a controller, but that one was like, wow, it blew my mind when I saw the presentation for it. Because for me, it was like, yeah, okay, I know what this is gonna do. It's like, I only need like 10 games, and I will be happy. They are trying to do like a subscription thing, but I was like, why? Why are you even bothering?
Yeah.
Like, just give us like some base games that are just motion. Don't bother with anything else. And my understanding is last year it was the top seller on games on Amazon. That's my understanding. And it's kind of we didn't even know about that one. I tried to buy it, but it was hard to get your hands on it. But that was an awesome thing. Just want to go back to the games in June. So Peak, I'll bring that up. We have Mario Kart World. We spoke about that. Splitgate 2, Mind's Eye. Dare I say the biggest flop of the year, unfortunately.
No, is it? We had not. When was red thing? No, was the year before? No, Redfall. When was Redfall?
Redfall, that wasn't this year.
No, it was previous year.
And the other game from Sony, Concord.
Concord, was that this year or was it last year?
don't
I think
know.
that was last year, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ah, yes, August 24. Yeah, okay,
Oh,
so
there you
you might be right. And Splitgate 2 had a lot of trouble too. They've basically given up already on Splitgate 2. I don't know if you've followed recently.
They've given up on Splitgate. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's a shame. I think I wrote an article. I think you posted an article recently. Yeah. But anyways, let's talk about Peak. That was a fun thing to see in many ways, and it was a new addition to the obby genre that many professionals don't know about. And obby stands for obstacle course for those who don't know, and it's mostly games that live on Roblox and Fortnite and Minecraft and these types of platforms. But I'm really happy about how Landfall and I forgot the name of the other studio. Was it something Crab? They were able to take something so simple, make it unique, make it different, make it their own in many ways, and then bring it to this audience. And we initially thought this is just going to be one of those slop friend type games. They come in, they're popular for a couple months, and then they disappear. But I looked at the Steam DB a couple days ago. Game is super popular. I'll show you a funny video. They recently launched like a concert in the game, and it blew up, and they have like 40,000 active users right now as we're speaking, which is pretty cool. Like they understood the kind of the live service that would fit them. This is the concert that I'm talking about, and it's just like it's almost like what happens on Fortnite. There's some things happening in the distance. You're having fun. You're dancing or whatever with your friends, and that's it, which is pretty cool. And I'm very surprised that they were able to bring back so many people. Really cool execution. And by the way, still not on console. Blows my mind. You could have just outsourced this to somebody else for like I don't know, $500,000, and you'd have your game on console.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity there. But I think otherwise, for me, the story of these guys coming together to do a game jam is kind of where we are at best right now. I think it's quite interesting with make a game that is really fun, make it fast, and try it out. And obviously there were people who copied the whole thing and made it in Roblox, and they were quite successful as well. I don't know if it's still there, but that's good because they they really copied it. But again, it's interesting the way it came together, the way it blew up, and that people also attach themselves to that story to try out the game as well.
Absolutely. And what's funny is that now I'm showing Death Stranding 2, and the contrast here between that game and this game in terms of fidelity and fun and all that stuff. It's crazy how these can exist in the same time at the same time and launch at the same time and be successful at the same time, which is pretty cool. I assume Death Stranding 2 is successful. I don't know, so you have to tell me.
Yeah.
I played through this completely as well. I spent over 140 hours in Death Stranding 2.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so this was my big title. I thought the second game was way better than the first game. I think, and that's probably a longer talk, but I think it's you can analyze this a lot in understanding the content of the second game. It feels like Kojima is saying goodbye for real to his previous life and Metal Gear franchise, and even kind of finding a way to find closure in it. There is a character in Death Stranding 2, and his storyline and what happens to him. There are a lot of things that you can read into this, and of course it might be me, but I remember how everything went down with Metal Gear Solid 5. There are some very interesting things about Kojima himself in Death Stranding 2, which wouldn't be surprising considering who he is and how he does games, right?
Is Conan O'Brien in the game again?
No, he's way less. There are a lot of interesting, crazy things happening, of course, but at the same time, it's way deeper and way, I would say, important in some ways than the first game was. I would recommend people trying it if they have the patience to.
Well, if you know me,
a game like
you know how much I hate Death Stranding 1 for various reasons.
Really?
And I actually think that game is an insult, to be honest with you, to me as a person who plays games. But I do feel like I love what I'm hearing from you, André. I love what you're saying in terms of like the depth and letting go and all that things. I would love to invite you back and we can just speak about that. It feels like you have a lot of knowledge on that. Gentlemen, I'm just going to move quickly because I know we don't have a lot of time. July, we're talking about, and I don't know why the character's just standing. There's no gameplay here. But we have Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. I hope I'm spelling that correctly or pronouncing it. Killing Floor 3, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is the second game for Switch 2. And then EA Sports College Football 26. Those are the notable titles for July. We've spoken at length about the Chinese games being high quality, amazing delivery, and just doing great things. And there's another game that is coming out. I believe they launched another trailer at the Game Awards. Keep forgetting the name. Something with sword, blade. No, blade. Phantom Blade Zero. Phantom Blade Zero.
Yeah.
That game, I think people should absolutely check out. Any comments about Wu Chang, or do you want me to move on to August?
Let's move.
Yeah, I was stuck in Death Stranding mode.
Okay. So in August, Mafia, The Old Country, and then we already spoke about Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. Funny enough, I bought it, was super hyped, put it in, didn't play it. I will absolutely play it at one point in time. And then we have Shinobi. That's a game at least dear for me, and I was super confused. I believe it's a Sega game. But that game was a sequel to like a 30-year-old game by Sega. And it's just confusing to why they chose to do that game. But I love it, and I hope that they found success with it. And then the Rogue Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I played through the Metal Gear remake. Yeah.
So tell us.
I thought it was great. I think they did a great job on making sure that fans would be happy. So it was also interesting to understand because I couldn't understand why they would mess around with the controllers to so-called update it for a modern era or whatever they called it. But and then you get in and you try it and you're like, oh, okay, I see. Because obviously the way people play today is definitely different from how we used to play games. I mean, Metal Gear is 20 years old now, so the third game, if not more. So yeah, I think it was fun. I enjoyed it immensely. And Shinobi played the previous old stuff a lot. Haven't played the new one, but yeah, it's interesting to put that on the list for sure.
Well, I just want to go back quickly to Metal Gear. I mean, it seems like they did stick true to the game and the story. I assume like they just updated the let's say the what are they called now? Like the controls, it's like more modern controls, but the feel and minute-to-minute gameplay is the same.
Yeah, I didn't even if somebody would have. I mean, I played through the third game. It's still probably my favorite Metal Gear game. And if they wouldn't have said anything, I probably wouldn't have thought about it because it just felt natural. Which was quite interesting. So yeah, there are some other fun things in there as well. But they had to do a retake on the main theme, and obviously you can hear that.
Like the Snake Eater theme?
Yeah.
Really?
It's still the same woman who sings it, but she's older now, and so she has a way more mature way of managing it, but it's still a good job. But it's different from how it used to be.
And I believe David Hayter is in the game, like the true Snake voice as well. because it made me angry that he wasn't in 5, but it is what it is.
Well, there was supposed to be a reason that he wasn't.
It's a bullshit fucking reason. It's called Hollywood.
I think we need to do a Kojima special.
We have to do a Kojima. Yes, André, me, you, and Kojima, and we can ask him the hard questions.
Sure.
Let's make it happen. Okay, moving over to September, my friends. In September, we got Hell Is Us, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Borderlands 4, Skate, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, Dying Light, The Beast, Baby Steps, Escape from Duckov, not Tarkov, Escape from Duckov, Silent Hill F, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, EA Sports FC. Now, by the way, this is just the list of the games that are notable, right? September, like, what are you thinking? Why are you launching so many games in September? But anyways, handing it over to you guys, out of everything I just mentioned, what is I know Skate for you, Manu.
I played Survivor.
It's
go ahead.
unfortunate for Skate there is not the live service is not following. It's No, I'm just checking. Apparently, I have the Dying Light, The Beast. I already have it.
Okay, I mean, at this point, you have all games, I assume.
No, not at all. No, that's another thing. Is that let me install it. I don't buy Metal Gear Solid at $80. I don't buy Death Stranding 2 at $80 neither. I might want to play them, but I don't feel the urge to pay full price and at launch. I will buy them when they're at $20 or $30, or maybe when they are free in some Epic Game Store or something like that.
I'm just disappointed you don't get these like influencer bags with stuff, Manu. I mean, we need to like
networking, networking.
I used to in the old days.
André, I mean, you have to help us out here, man. We have one of the biggest influencers in the business sitting here, right here with us, and he's not getting free copies of the games. What the hell?
Yeah, I have to pay. And but super strong September for sure. I played Hell Is Us. I finished it. It's one of the only kind of story-driven game I finished this year. I really like. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is the game I have the most time played this year on Steam.
Same here.
It's an incredible survivor game. Escape from Duckov. I switched to that one once I was disappointed by Ark Raiders. At least my solo experience in Ark Raiders. Silent Hill F is on my my wish list, but again, I'm waiting for a discount. Yeah, and I like the Beast. Apparently, I have it, so I can play it. That's good. Borderlands 4. I don't know. It was successful. It was in the top 10 of the year, but it feels not fresh, like not new. I don't know. It's just
same old.
Very US centric IP. So
That's true.
It's not a breakthrough title, It's a return to good, because I think some of the prequel were not that great. But when it comes to Borderlands 4, it was
By the way, looking at the Hell Is Us gameplay here, I'm getting Death Stranding vibes with the attachments and whatever he has on his back. Like,
it's post-apocalyptic thing. There's just he has a little robot.
Of course.
No, I really liked it somehow, because it was not about combat much. It was more like the lore of a Dark Souls, where you have to guess what's happening and how to solve some puzzles and some riddles. So quite good.
I gotta mention, this game was pushed really hard by PlayStation. I need to find you a better footage.
Yes.
Baby Steps was pushed really hard. I think it might have been published by PlayStation. I need to look that up. But there was zero like waves on this on Steam or anywhere else. It feels like it would have been like, this is the co-op audience, the Get Over It audience.
Yeah, it is. It is a Get Over audience. So it's meant for influencers to be playing as well and showcase. This is how I saw that game for the first time, and it reminded me of these other games. There's been a similar 3D game, I think. Maybe it's the same developer, but they usually go pretty big with content creators.
Okay, I'm just going to bring up the last game that I know that you're very passionate about, which is Escape from Duckov.
Mm-hmm.
Manu, have you played this one?
Yeah, I just liked it, and it was It was fun. Yeah.
But it looks amazing.
It looks really fun. And I know Manu has been playing a lot of it.
Yeah, I like these types of games as well.
I played it a lot, and then I went for travel for a few days, and then when I came back, I had zero will to continue. It's very
Really?
strange.
Okay.
What happened? Yeah.
You have escaped, I guess.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I'll move over to October. In October, we have maybe the game that actually made the most waves. Maybe I'll let you guys decide. RV There Yet?
Mhm.
That's a game. Then we have Ghost of Yote. That one, for me, like, I love the first game, but this one just like I didn't feel like there was any buzz at all. Maybe I missed it. But there was also Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, remastered, I believe, for the Switch 2. Battlefield 6, Absalom, Little Nightmares 3. I know that other one, the next game I'm going to mention that you're passionate about, Ball X Pit. I'll show some footage of that one. Ninja Gaiden 4, Power Wash Simulator 2, The Outer Worlds 2, and Arc Raiders, which is a game that I, to this day, play with a huge group of people, including 2 kids under the age of 10. Out of that list, what is the game that is, stuck out to you most?
There's a lot of good game. I mean, Arc Raiders and Battlefield 6, we've talked enough about them. Absalom is also a very good beat them all roguelite game. Power Wash Simulator 2 is my relaxing game. RV There Yet? It's also a bit like Peak somehow. It's a co-op game, cozy co-op game. Ghost of Yote. I was tired at the end of Ghost of Tsushima, so I will not play it. Ball Cross Pit, I have that on my computer when I'm traveling. It's nice. It's an Arkanoid game, modern Arkanoid game, refreshed formula. And then the Outer Worlds 2, I didn't even try it. I think it's good, but I was not a fan of the first one. And again, to make choices, and
Yeah, for me, it's Battlefield 6. I invested a lot because all my friends returned in the style. We haven't played together since Battlefield 1, and we felt the 6 game is a far better version of Battlefield than in many, many years. So it's returned to form, but I wouldn't say it beats Battlefield 1 yet. Even though sales-wise, it seems to have done pretty well. For me, another title was very notable in terms of being released in October, and that was Once Upon a Katamari, which
Really?
which I'm a huge fan of, and I like Katamari games, and so I thought it was fun to see a new release. I'm playing the PS5 version, but otherwise. Like many, I mean, other titles as well. I've been missing that is still on the list, even though I'm a huge fan of Hollow Knight. I missed Silk Song in previous months, and Yote. Yeah, huge fan of Ghost of Tsushima. Haven't touched Yote yet, so I think it is still a problem that all these releases are always piling up in this window in these last months.
I do want to.
We wrote about this, huh? Yeah, we wrote about there's no need to all be between September and November. And
it's crazy.
This will change further. This will change further.
Yeah, I mean, there used to be reasons for this, right? But those reasons don't exist anymore. So clearly, even when we are going through the releases here month by month, there are ample opportunity to put these releases in other places. If people are going on vacation, sure, but find a marketing reason and a marketing way to make sure people bring those games on vacation then, etc. It's probably a bigger chance than to try and release everything in the most crowded window of all time.
It is pretty crazy, and considering the amount of the quality of these games as well, it is very, very interesting to see that. I want to do a comment though about Ghost of games, and I think you brought that very clearly at the end of your thoughts there, Manu, which is burnt out. And I think the point here is I don't need another game like that in my life. Like I've already spent 200 hours in that type of world doing that type of thing with all these other things that I need to do on the map that I don't have time to do. And I just feel like we need to go back to that. Like, give me the 10, 15, 20 hour gameplay. Here's $60. I'll play your game. I'll enjoy it. And then I'll wait for the next one. But like, don't stop. I hope we can stop doing these big ass open worlds, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think with Assassin's Creed, you can change from country, from setting, from era. And here it's just, it's again, Japan, once again.
Got it.
Just different island. So yes, it's potentially an improved formula, but we don't have enough. We don't have so much, unless you're kind of addicted to a specific formula and you can play more of the same forever. But that's not my case with the formula of the first one. So I'm just move on. In the same way that I've never played God of War Ragnarok, and I don't need to play that game. I played the first one, I enjoyed, but for me that's a finite experience. I don't need another one.
Okay, gentlemen, let's move over to November. And in November, we have one of the favorite games that André is playing or has finished. We got Terminator 2D, No Fate, Football Manager 26, Anno 117, Pax Romana, Kirby Air Raiders, Where Winds Meet, Europa Universalis 5, and Dispatch. And here's what's interesting. Like, some of these are only available on PC, which is pretty crazy. But tell us, André, you played this game, you finished it?
Yeah, well, technically, this game actually belongs in December,
Really?
but still, we can
We'll talk about it in November.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can still do a notable mention on it. I think this is a wonderful example of how to work with a license. Small team, doing, understanding, looking to the past of what made these games really cool and addictive and fun. Putting a fun spin on it, because in this one you can actually, once you've completed the main game, you can go back and make other choices. Can you hear that? Other choices that will affect the storyline, that will take you to other places in the Terminator universe.
By the way,
for
André,
example, you can make sure. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm getting some vibes from Contra.
I want to play it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of when these games were extremely awesome, and I mean, there was a Swedish developed game, I think, called Huntdown. That was a really good. Really good game in this kind of style.
Yeah.
And there have been a few others. I love these kinds of games, especially when they can make it really, really well. And the soundtrack is awesome. The love for the franchise is awesome. It's actually very interesting to understand when you make different choices here. Like, does Sarah Connor kill Dyson? What happens then? If you don't reset the ship that the Terminator has, what happens then? And other kinds of cool things. It just gives you a wonderful replayability. And if you love the true Terminator movies, which is the first and the second one, you're gonna love this. Even if you're just a movie buff that happens to play some arcade stuff, it's just really fun and way more value than one would think that there is in a game like this.
It's very interesting hearing you talk about that, and talk about an IP that has been mishandled on the gaming front. Completely mishandled on the gaming front. So I'm really happy to hear this.
Yeah, movie front as well. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, I guess the legacy after 2 sucks.
At least the games have tried to do something good out of it, but the movies, when they always want to go their other route or whatever. I mean,
sorry, Christian Bale, didn't work.
No, nothing has after the second movie, really.
Yeah, I mean, the second movie to this day, even on the CG front. Why is the CG from 1992 better than what we have today? Makes no sense at all. They pull it off. Cool. Any other games? I mean, I know that Dave is really passionate about Anno. He's having a lot of cool time playing that game. Any other notable there? We spoke about Football Manager. I had Kirby Air Raiders, Where Winds Meet came out of nowhere and just took over.
Very high quality, very high end, free to play game. I don't think, I don't think we've ever seen that kind of polish in a free to play game, where the character moving. It's just it's pretty out there. But it will come with a sooner or later you're gonna need to start paying to advance or win. But it's interesting.
And then you wonder why not all games are successful, right? Because there are too many of them. The industry is not suffering for a drop of quality. It's suffering for an excess of quality, and the playtime is not moving, and the number of players that are exposed and can play video games is not increasing in an explosive way anymore. So that's where we are stuck with the quality of the release at this point. They are probably going through the list. There are probably 5 to 10 games I would have played in another year if they were the only one being released. It's just crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we haven't even, and that's again a topic for another day. But obviously, how many people complete these games is also a so much huge work for these titles, and I'm pretty sure that the drop off is fairly huge on most of them.
And in an era of Game Pass where it doesn't matter, you've not committed, you've not bought a game, you just have them in your Game Pass.
You just move on.
It doesn't matter if you finish them or not. You can switch so quickly. There is another one that I played that I want to add. If you can maybe show it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have to come back to this one actually.
Dispatch.
Yeah. Also, but you see, we can do 3.
Can anybody tell me why this game is not on console today? Why is this game not on console? I don't understand.
I think it's more of the typical challenge to get to console. It's a longer run to do so, even if it is easier now than it ever has been. Yeah. But there are things that you need to do as a developer, and you need to get through the certification and all this stuff, and you need experience to do that. So either you give that stuff away to somebody who does know that, or you try it yourself. But you'll need dedicated time and dedicated people to make that work. But I think it would be great on console.
Yeah,
absolutely. What is the game, Manu, that you wanted to talk about?
Total Chaos.
Total Chaos. Okay.
Yes.
What's that game about?
It's an horror game. It's really good, and apparently it was a mod in Doom back then, but now it's a standalone game, and it's some horror story. It's a bit like Amnesia, but there is combat. Sometimes you have to evade monsters. It's very depressing environment, but just super. I finished that one. It's super good. It's just super good.
I did get some Bloodborne vibes a bit in the beginning.
No.
There's
nothing Bloodborne about it. No. It's hellish type of feeling, more like some monsters. But it's rather Earth than anywhere else. Dark story. You have a narrative.
This reminds me of some old PC games from the end of the 90s, beginning of the...
Yeah. You have some puzzles, some secrets.
Wow, you saw that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's really good.
Okay. Did you play? I mean, you finished it, or?
I finished that one. Yeah. When I finish a game, I think it's worth noting, And the other one I have in the chamber is Routine. Yeah, also on the Game Pass.
Okay.
I'm the best PR for Game Pass, I think.
I mean, you should be working for Game Pass at this point, but yeah.
Well, they need it.
Routine is another story-driven kind of horror game, also a bit of exploration. I've only started, but I already enjoyed it. And it's a game that has been in development for like 10 years or something. So
wait a second. Did both of these release in November?
Yeah. I don't know. No, it's a December Routine.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're gonna go into December, so we might as well.
Sorry, yes.
No, it's all good. So December.
I check your list. It's not in your list, and I don't see anything.
I did put it in the chat. I'm sorry about that. But okay, we have Routine, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Octopath Traveler 0, and Sleep Awake. I felt like December I didn't see a lot of the games there were not, I wasn't familiar with, so that's why I probably didn't bring.
No, I got it. Sleep Awake was not on my list, but I think I will also have a look at it.
Have a look at that. What I love about what we're seeing on screen here for Routine, it reminds me of I feel like the environments and how the person was interacting with the computer, the gadgets and how they look. I'm getting like Alien, the original Alien movie feeling. Yeah, I love that. Also some art graders as well. Of course, there's a lot of inspiration there as well.
When you like a game, everything is related to that game, Casey.
Yeah. Oh my god! Don't get me started about Arc Raiders. We didn't even talk about Arc Raiders. Like
No,
Arc
we
Raiders,
haven't.
the game that just keeps on giving, and they're
Not
just
today.
releasing.
We have not talked about it today. Yet.
We have not, but it does deserve its own time, maybe in its own episode.
Yeah,
to talk
probably
about.
because
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
become a huge thing.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, it has more players playing right now than Battlefield. So I mean, on PC at least.
Yeah.
So that does say a lot. And then again, my 8-year-old and 10-year-old are playing Arc Raiders.
Mhm.
We're all having fun together. So it's pretty good. I still want them to do like, I hope they can do like a 4-man squad at one point, because 3 players we just need one more. Wait, one more. Cool. Any other games from the December? Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Have you heard about that one? Or Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 is a big one, but it's still on my list. I played the previous ones. More of a bigger fan of the earlier games than the third one, I think.
Okay.
But the fourth one is still on the list for sure. I'm a huge fan of the IP.
Mhm.
I love Metroid
Yeah.
as well.
I've never played.
You've never played Metroid?
No, it's not like Nintendo thing. No.
I mean, obviously you work for Xbox now, so
Yeah.
you're not gonna
Forgot about that.
Nintendo. But I mean, you love horror. There's a lot of horror in like the old Metroids on Nintendo on Super Nintendo, and even the original one. There's a bit like, you know, not horror, but like
Oh, really? No,
You do
Well, I
get-
think the horror is that you don't want to die.
yeah,
You know.
Pretty with that, like,
absolutely.
okay, interesting.
Okay. So how about this, gentlemen? I mean, I know I've taken a lot of your time today. Really appreciate this. It's been fun talking to you. Any final comments to kind of like, you know, lock the year down? We can also lock deers, but years is preferable here.
A great year, and we will finish the year at a record-breaking $197 billion of gaming software spending. So things are going well. The issue is that the industry was scaled up for a different trajectory, which was an unhealthy trajectory, and now we are back to the grow line. So yeah, it's still, things are good, games are great. But the audience cannot just expand indefinitely. That's a challenge.
I think there are also there's important learnings here. One is the shift has clearly been made that make a game for 5 years and try and release it and it will go well. That's clearly dead now. All the proof is in that. The new formula is to go back to the roots. Make games fast and fun and get them out. And try your luck. I think we've probably we have skipped releases on platforms like Roblox and whatnot that probably has received millions of players as well. The mobile world, things are still happening there, and now that we, in data wise, we know that they are around half of all the players. So I think that there might be things to look for in the next year as well, understanding why things are what is happening there and why it's happening. But I think those two things, games in Roblox or games on mobile, will help us understand what is going to happen with games for PC and console as well.
Gentlemen, I mean, it's been a fantastic year, having both of you on board and talking to you. And it's, I feel like on the other side of things, we have a lot of unfortunate circumstances with layoffs, etc. And I'm hearing, I had a friend of mine, he just posted this morning on LinkedIn that his studio couldn't get funded anymore, which is like, really sad for me to hear. And I hope they can recover next year. And I do believe, unfortunately, next year is going to be the same. But the point here is that the industry is changing, and how you make games is changing, and how you release games is changing. And I don't know. I hope, they say old dogs can't learn to sit. Is that the saying? I don't know, but I hope they can.
Yeah, I think the reset button is almost completely pressed for us to kind of come back to the beginning of things. But we still have a little bit of ways to go.
Yep. Okay. Well, I mean, thank you, André. I think that is a good note to end on. Gentlemen, happy holidays, and thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate this. we will be back on January 9th. So keep your eyes out. I mean, this is our 72nd episode. I'm really impressed and really happy about what we've been doing the past
Look
year.
at all those beautiful faces.
It's awesome. We're getting there, one episode at a time. But it's been really fun talking to you today. Really appreciate this. For our viewers and fans, thank you so much for tuning in, and also like one of our fans who wrote like, hey, you should do this trivia thing, and we did it, and we had a lot of fun. So that was really cool. We should do more of that every time, maybe. Okay. With that being said, thank you so much, and we'll see you next year.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.